Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great-grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You gots to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is when we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me my darn theme.
Yo. What's the word, Coach Dre, man? How we doing, man? How we feeling?
Oh, well, we good, bro. We good. Blessed and highly favored. Glad it's Friday. Glad to be on here, Just another day to get better.
Yes, sir. Well, I am RobDaMan. This is RobDaManMedia. That is the co-host, Coach Dre. I know we've been slipping. We ain't been giving y'all the intro like we normally do, but we're going to get back into things, man. Y'all got to be easy with us, man. Be easy. Be patient with us, as we get back into our rhythm of doing this each and every week. So, man, welcome me back, man. It's a good thing to be back. Second Friday of us being back live. But today, we starting a new theme on Fridays. It's called Hot Topic Fridays. Where you send in topics, you send in questions to us, and we answer it. And if anybody joins on the panel, it's a question for the panel also, man. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in, rocking with us. Y'all know how we get down. But, hey, it's Hot Topic Friday. So, man, y'all drop them questions, drop any topics that y'all want to talk about. Please make sure it is respectful for our audience. So don't get up here asking nothing crazy out of the way, because it won't get answered. I'm just going to let you know this off the rip. It's just, how we rocking. So, hey, Coach Dre, man, how you feel on the commitment that we had? The last time we went live, we got a commitment, offensive lineman, who was transferred to a school in Detroit, Bloomington High School, where Brandon, a freshman, incoming freshman, graduated from. So how do you feel about it? Let us know, man, how we feeling.
I mean, you got to feel good. It's another offensive lineman. Again, a place where, that's where you always got to have it at, in the trenches. You losing a few guys next year with Benson leaving and Mears. And I think it's one more. So you're going to lose some guys. And so now you're already replacing them with guys who you feel can walk in and compete for starting jobs. So that's always a big help. Offensive lineman, he's a 300-pounder, 6'8". His film, his film looks good. I look at little stuff, and the little stuff that I be looking for, he has it. And you got to give a great big hand to Phil Lohos and that whole recruiting staff. They've been doing awesome. They've been doing an awesome job with that. And Phil Lohos, he needs a raise or something. The way he's been recruiting these offensive linemen and getting them in. Since he's been there, you've got Jordan Seaton, Khalil Benson, Mears, Flapjack, the kid from Texas, the kid from Michigan State. So, and now you got 2 commitments for the class of 25 already, and maybe gonna add a couple more. So you got to give your head a big hand clap to that recruiting staff, and especially the coach Phil Lohos and the offensive line.
Man, you definitely got to get your hands out to them. The leadership that you're seeing from his offensive line, the attitude, the swagger, the demeanor, just a change. And then you see Phil not only doing it on the field, but off the field, just going out there, watching film, watching tape, studying who he wants, what type of prototypical player that he wants at the tackle position. You got to give credit to that. To get a kid, to commit 2 days, on an unofficial visit spent 2 days out in Boulder, Colorado on his expense, man. You just got to be thankful that, we can close deals like that. Because at the end of the day, he's been in the NFL. He knows what it looks like. So, hey, you don't always got to be a 5-star. Those 3 stars and 4 stars can add up to something major, because those are the players that stick around and that can really change your program into a different trajectory. So, man, shout out to Phil. We appreciate it, man, and keep grinding, man, because, hey, we know it's more to come. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to all the first ladies that's here, the family that's in the building. See you, Buffs Dynasty, man. What's good, man? The link down there if you want to pull up. If anybody want to pull up on us, man, the link is there. Like I said, it's Hot Topic Friday, man. Y'all send the topics in. Y'all send the questions in. Because we here we here for y'all. All right. So, hey, this Friday. This is what we do on Fridays, man. This is what we do. All right. I was a belief at first, but I don't think Juju looking at CU as he is USC and Auburn. We have yet to win a recruiting battle except big. We just have to look at who's next. Now, when you look at Juju, Coach Dre, and you look at this Juju saga, right? What I always tell people is just be patient. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. It's a recruiting battle to the end. Until he signs paper somewhere, wherever he says he's committed to, it is what it is. Because recruiting never stops. How do you feel about, the antics of, what Juju's doing with, wanting to see you tie but throwing the Auburn football? How you feel about this whole situation?
Again, that's what comes with recruiting, guys. It's a part of the game. He's not gonna give y'all an answer till he's ready to give y'all an answer, and whatever that is, it'll be what it is. As far as me being concerned, I'm not. I have the utmost confidence in our recruiting staff and our coaching staff and what we building at the University of Colorado. I think a few of the recruits, the kid Chauncey said, I'm going to be in your DMs. I'm going to be calling you every day. I'm going to be letting you know that Colorado is the place for you to be at. And that's the biggest recruiter, is other kids trying to recruit other great kids to come play for you. Again, I don't get intrigued in all of that because I've been through it. And you just have to trust the process of what this kid, I think he has 2 great parents. And I think he's gonna do whatever's best for him, and I'll respect his decision either way. Again, I still feel like Colorado is about 75% in the lead. I don't really think USC has a shot right now. If I'm wrong, I'll come back on here and state that I was wrong, but I just don't think USC has a shot right now. I think it's between us and Auburn. USC is having way too many kids decommit, and when you see kids decommitting like that, that means that kids are talking to one another. So, but like he said, just be patient, man, and respect the process and respect the young man's decision, whichever way he goes.
Salute.
Salute. Y'all said the same thing about CL3, Juju's cloud chasing CU, like the other ones. Well, here's the thing. We was actually closer to CL3 in this whole situation more than you privy to know. So, when I'm saying being patient, what I'm saying is don't start crashing out and going over the board on a recruit. A recruit gonna flip every single day in his mind of what school he want to go to based upon what happens out in the media, out in the open, who supports him. It ain't a finish until they sign on the dotted line. That's what I will always tell anybody. Until they sign officially on that dotted line, and none of this means anything. So I always would tell you to be patient in the process. Don't go overboard and jump the gun, because you can say something that could change a recruit's mind more than what you know. There are channels, shows, things that these kids look at, these parents look at, these family members look at, that can determine where they go in their recruitment. So y'all just be patient in this process, man. As always. What up, Warren G?
What's going on, man? Rob the man. Thank you, man, for allowing me to be on your show, bro. I appreciate it. Much love. Thank you, Coach Drew, allowing me to be on your show. Everybody in chat, salute. Please like, subscribe, and share this content. Let's get the algorithms up. These brothers do a great job, man. Much love. Man, far as from a fan perspective, it's fun, man. Let me just speaking from a fan perspective. I love the whole drama around it. I mean, he wants to get more followers and this, that, and the other. Travis did it. Travis said, "When I get 100,000 followers, I'll let you know." It's all a part of the game. It's fun to speculate whether he's gonna go to CU or he's gonna go somewhere else. It's enjoyable. I love his content at the end of the day, and I respect it.
So, living out your dreams, man. What's the word?
Hey, brothers, listen to you all the time. Hey, Coach. Hey, Mr. Warren G. How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's
Salute.
going on, bro?
Nothing, not much. Me personally, I don't really look forward to not look forward. I'm not really paying attention to next year's class because I'm all in on this year because this is an important year in my perspective. What we do on that field going to determine a lot what's going to happen after that. So I'm really focusing on this year and see how we going to come out as a more disciplined team, as a better team, and that type of stuff. Because if we win 5 games or 6 games, that's a lot of stuff in 2025 don't matter. But if we come in with 9, 10 wins, people be more excited. Then we can get the ball rolling and build the foundation up.
Don't give a damn. Don't you think that everybody got to win games to get Juju? You think he gonna go to any school that's a losing program? Come on, man. Make it make sense, dog. Just make it make sense, man.
Right.
Make it make sense.
Correct.
I have a question for the panel.
Hey, but
Uh,
go ahead, bro.
the 2024 Heisman watch. They do not have Shadur. They got Shadur like number 20 on the 2024 watch. And I saw all the players that was in 1 to 10. I'm like, he should have been in there at some point. They should have put him in there. I don't know why they just, that's more motivation for CU to be winning and proving everybody wrong. So I think they got a chip on their shoulder. Shadur got a chip on his shoulder. They got Cam Ward up in the possible top 10 for the Heisman watch. Not that he a bad player, I'm just saying. You got Shador
Hey,
up there.
Lawrence, pull up, bro. Lawrence, pull up. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Lawrence, pull up, man. Pull up.
Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is, you know, that's just their opinion, and we gonna let them have their opinion. We know Shador Sanders is probably the best quarterback in college football. Uh, that's no disrespect to any other quarterback. I know people feel good about Georgia's quarterback, Ole Miss's quarterback situation or whatever. Um, but Shador Sanders is probably hands down the best quarterback in college football. And the Heisman Trophy is usually a quarterback award. So for him to be 20th, again, that's their opinion. We won't dwell on it. We won't
No,
harp on it. We just gonna go. We gotta win. We gotta show people what it's all about. Winning cures a whole lot of stuff. Winning shows a whole lot of stuff. It's only
I,
two
I,
games where Colorado got blowed out last year. And we didn't have nowhere near the caliber of guys in the trenches that we have this year. And so, you have to sit here as a
facts.
fan and you have to take what people are saying because of the product we put out. But we're not upset with anybody. So they can have their thoughts and they can have their opinions. We just gonna go out and show people we working. And like you say, you can't let that bother you. We might be 20 right now, but I got a feeling we'll end up number one. So it ain't about where you start; it's about where you finish. It ain't about where you
I just,
start; it's
Yes,
about where
I'm
you
sir.
just gonna say
finish.
this to this whole Juju saga. All this does is feel like Jordan Season 2.0 all over again. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna get into no more
Yes,
details
sir.
about it. That's just my feeling about it. I was hoping Lawrence was gonna come up so we can have this chat about this one. CU's gonna have to get Bijou Jackson from Michigan. Don't see Juju coming. I was gonna have a chat with Lawrence with you, but if he pull up, we'll talk about it. If we don't, I don't think CU's got a backup plan. I can tell you that they got a backup plan. They got a quarterback. They got in mind if they don't land Juju. But what you're starting to see is both Auburn and USC start to recruit another quarterback. Anytime people start recruiting more at the position that they feel like they say no one recruit, something's got to be going on. They got to know something, right? Don't think for one instance that CU's not recruiting somebody else. It's just not public knowledge for people to know. So don't think that they don't get caught with their pants down and they're not going to have a backup plan. There's going to be a plan in place if they don't land Juju. My question is, how is Omar White doing? So Omar White, he went to junior college up in New York area. For me, I would tell you he's more than likely going to be a Syracuse recruit. Because ultimately he went to a JUCO that's closer to Syracuse, where Nick Williams can have hands on him to see him every day. It's just too much stuff had to happen to get him cleared, and he ultimately decided to go the JUCO route. So that's what it is for Omar White. I don't think nobody really needs to go into details about it. I mean, Coach Ray, if you want to speak upon it, you can, but I mean, for the most part, that's just what it is.
I mean, no. I like I said, I don't like to speak upon Dog. I love Dog. He did go to a JUCO up in New York, so I do have a strong feeling that he'll be playing for Syracuse and Coach Fran and with Nick Williams. That was his number one recruiter. That was his guy, and Nick done stuck by him through thick and thin, through everything he's been through. And I'm just happy that the guys continuing to get a chance to play the game that he loved and it didn't get taken away from him. But I'm pretty sure he'll be a Syracuse guy next year.
What up, Lawrence?
That sounds
man?
good to me.
Man? How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Good,
Salute
man. What's the last kid out there up in Michigan, man? You know, we still up there, you know, picking players out of there. So what's the word up there, man?
Yeah, that appears to be the case. So obviously with Alex Graham committing, although he's out of IMG, he's from Michigan. So yeah, that was a big time get. I will say though, with the Alex Graham thing, he was at Michigan last weekend because one of his IMG players committed, one of the offensive line committed. The center from IMG committed to Michigan last weekend. He was on a visit with him, and then I think the following day he came back down to Colorado. So maybe something to keep an eye on going forward. As we always repeat, Rob, until pen hit paper, you know, it's not a done deal. So that's something to watch. And as far as the quarterback, Bo Jackson from West Bloomfield, that's the same high school as Brandon Davis Swain is out of. So you know, there's a connection there. That was Brandon Davis Swain, high school quarterback. I will say this as far as the interest, and you know, and that being a plan B, if Juju doesn't flip or you know doesn't work out, you know, who knows what's going to happen there. But if as far as Bo Jackson is concerned, the level of interest that he has, aside from Colorado, is like on the MAC level. So he has offers from Bowling Green, Buffalo, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Ferris State, and Miami of Ohio. So Colorado does have a Colorado offer currently, and that's like the biggest time program that he has an offer from. So you know, obviously something to watch there if that, you know, if a plan B is necessary in case Juju doesn't flip.
So let me ask you a question for those who don't know Bo Jackson. Can you just give us a little summary of what this kid got, if you don't mind, please? If that's okay.
Yeah,
with
so
Rob.
Bo Jackson, he's like 6'4", 200. I think right now he's more of an athlete than he is a quarterback. More of a true athlete than he is a quarterback. So he can use some refinement. Obviously, that's why he doesn't have the big time, you know, Big Ten offers and SEC offers of that nature. He has like Mac school level offers. That's the production he's put out thus far, and he will be a senior this year. So that's not to say he can't get better, have a heck of a season. West Bloomfield goes and contends for a state title, and that puts him on the map. That happened with another quarterback here in Michigan that went up against Bryce Underwood's team, and they actually beat him in a state championship game. And he, subsequently got a full ride to Kansas, Zay Marshall. So that's going to be a name to watch in the Big 12 going forward, because he's down there at Kansas now. So yeah, you never know what can happen. He can't get better, but as of right now, I think he's more athlete than he is a true quarterback. But he does have good size and athletic ability to work with.
Thank you, brother.
No problem.
I mean, what it comes down to, guys, is at the end of the day, these kids gonna do what's best for them and their families. And we just gotta respect that. It's a lot of pressure. You see a lot of kids going ahead and committing because it's getting crunch time now. High schools is getting ready to ramp up, and you want to win a state title. That's the thing. If you're a powerhouse program like a DeSoto or programs of that nature, you want to try to win a national championship. So that's what it all boils down to. Can we make it happen for our high school, and you take the stress off of your mind? So again, what it boils down to, guys, is we just got to be patient. I'm with my brother Loud. I'm more concerned about this season. I want to get wins. I hopefully play for the Big 12 championship and get into the playoffs. But you know what I'm saying? My motto has always been 1-0 each week. That's what we need to be doing. So right now, our biggest thing is finishing out the summer, getting to the fall camp, and then, you know what I'm saying, North Dakota State being 1-0. That's what we ought to be looking forward to right now. Getting Juju would be great, no doubt about it. But right now, we got to be locking in and getting ready for the season.
All right, so I actually like this question. I think this is a question that should have been asked a million times over, right? Who has Lincoln developed? He's a great offensive schemer. What Lincoln quarterback has panned out in the NFL? So let's start with the first question. Who has Lincoln Riley actually developed?
Did Jalen Hurts play with him at this last year?
He played with him at Oklahoma.
That was his last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the question is, Lyle, was he good before he got to Lincoln?
He wasn't a good passer like he was at Oklahoma.
I give you that. I give you that.
But was that development, or was that just opportunity playing in a different offense?
It was development.
I think Jalen Hurts had that ability, but I think the offense that he played in under Lincoln Riley presented more opportunity for him to toss the ball around and be a Heisman contender and born for passes. Because if you look at his game now in the NFL, he's not that. He's pretty much what we saw at Alabama than what we saw at Oklahoma. So was that development, or was that just simply opportunity to play in a more wide open offense?
I think I seen a little bit more arm talent when he got to Oklahoma. Not arm talent, maybe development, like you said, maybe, or opportunity, like you said. But I did see an improvement compared to Alabama.
It's just, for me, it's opportunity. Like, when you look at Lincoln Riley, this gonna be the year you find out who Lincoln Riley really is. This gonna tell you if he can really develop a quarterback and take that quarterback to the next level. Because he's always been gifted a team where he had everything, right? And now that you don't got the big time weapons on the outside, and you don't really got a big time quarterback that's been pushed up from everybody, now let's see what you really look like as a coach now. This is where you're gonna really find out if he can really coach and if he can really develop. This is gonna be the year. Just saying. If you look at what he's been heard.
No, I understand what you're saying. That's just like Lane Kiffin. He always been given a good job, and he always gonna be around because of I guess his connections or whatever. But he ain't been nobody to me, nobody important to me either. but he always get a good job.
I mean, what you got to understand? Lincoln. Okay, let's just look at it. Was he Johnny Manziel offensive coordinator?
I don't think so.
No,
not Manziel.
I think it was Baker.
Okay,
yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Okay. My bad. I meant to say Baker. So Baker. I mean,
Kyler Murray.
He an NFL starter right now. Okay, Kyler Murray, NFL starter. I don't know where we grade him.
He a C+.
And Caleb Williams.
Did we lose Coach Dre?
And then I think we did. Hold on.
What?
Go ahead.
I would just say to kind of piggyback on what Coach Dre, the point he was getting at, because I was going to make the same thing, that you got Kyler Murray, you got Baker Mayfield, you got Caleb Williams, all for the most part highly profile quarterbacks when by the time they got to Lincoln Riley. So this year he's going to be working with Miller Moss. You know, he had the one bowl game and, you know, threw 6 touchdown passes, but he's not as highly acclaimed as what he inherited with those 3 quarterbacks, or 4 if you want to throw Jalen Hurts in there as well. So it would be a true testament if he's able to have Miller Moss on that same platform as he did, you know, or even close to a Baker Mayfield, a Kyler Murray, or a Caleb Williams. If Miller Moss is lighting it up out there and he's in a Heisman contention at the end of the year, we can say, yes, it is probably attributed to the development under a Lincoln Riley. But if you know, Miller Moss is just middle of the pack, then I don't think we can make that argument. We'll see, you know, he'll be exposed, so to speak.
And Miller Moss is going to be the longest quarterback he's had. So that's going to be the true testament of, is he developing or not? Because when you look at a Jalen Hurts who transferred in, Baker Mayfield transferred in, he had Spencer Rattler who transferred out. Then you had Caleb Williams. You know, so when you look at it, this is going to be the true testament of Lincoln Riley this year. Go ahead, Coach Dre.
I mean, and the biggest thing is, what big game has Lincoln Riley or any of his quarterbacks won in college? I mean, I think that's what you really judge people on. But like I say, I think he's a good offensive coordinator. As far as people saying he's the quarterback whisperer, I don't really know.
Who is a good quarterback coach?
Hey, that's a good question too, though. I mean,
see, here's the thing, though, because is it really a good quarterback coach, or you just got talent around you to make you look better?
You always gotta have some weapons. Like every quarterback need somebody on the outside. They need a running back, and they need their stability. They need support. I mean,
I think oftentimes in college football, especially, Rod, we do get caught up, or, you know, not necessarily we, but just a lot of people get caught up in the talent and they attribute that to coaching, where it's just simple as sometimes these coaches just are blessed with the most talent at every position, and it makes them look good because they're going to get the wins and losses. But are they really coaching? You know, to me, coaching is when you taking, you know, a 3-star, and by the time they're done, they're down there NFL caliber. That's coaching and development, and that, you know, that doesn't happen all the time when you just getting 5-star to 5-star at every position. Especially, you know, talking about a quarterback. If you got a stout offensive line, you got, you know, NFL caliber receivers, you got NFL caliber running backs. Is that really the makeup of, is it all on the quarterback being good? You know, because they're going to put up numbers and look good regardless. So,
because I had a couple of examples I was going to use, and one of them was going to be Joe Burrows, right? Yeah. Couldn't get on the field state, but then go to LSU, and he's got all these first-round wide receivers around him, and he looks like a different person. So
he be good, though. He good in the league.
I understand that, but when you look at, you talking about developing, right? Boom, he goes from one school to another school. So then you're gonna say, well, you're gonna get a credit to LSU, but then you talk about the head coach. He ain't really a head coach. He's just there, just giving speeches, right? and he got fired after they won the national championship. He gets fired 1 season later. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we want to say he got developed, but then it's like, damn, the coach got fired a year later.
But
and he can't even get a head coach job now.
Yeah, that's politics with LSU, but like LSU they ain't never had a quarterback until Joey B. And I like Joey, but you're right, they always gonna have the receivers, and they always gonna have receivers.
Well, Jamarcus Russell won the Heisman.
First pick of the draft, so I can't say that.
Jamarcus ain't winning no Heisman. And
he was the first pick of the NFL draft, though, so you can't say they never had a quarterback. He didn't win a Heisman.
They had a quarterback this year that went first round.
They never had a quarterback to win a national championship. That's what I meant. But Joey B, I can't take nothing away from him. I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, I think what we saying is sometimes it might be the system and not action, because we were saying he couldn't sniff the field at Ohio State. I don't know what he was. I think he was like third string at Ohio State, but he comes to LSU in this system with these receivers, and he becomes
Jalen Daniels.
Joe Burrow.
Jalen Daniels.
So with that particular case, though, Coach Dre, I'll say in that particular case, Coach Dre and Rob, oftentimes being up here, closer to Ohio State does over recruit, and particularly at quarterback, oftentimes where some guys just get beat out, and there's more so opportunity. You look at Quinn Ewers.
No doubt.
And then who's a name to watch to hit the portal. As far as portal quarterbacks, I think Aaron Nolan is going to be the odd man out this time because they just got too many quarterbacks there. So they got a 26. Yeah, they got too many 5-star. They got Julian Sand. They got Will Howard, who's going to probably be the starter, this season. They got Aaron Nolan. And then I think they got the top 26 quarterback. I forgot his name, but the class of 26, they got the top guy coming in. So it looks like right now that, not to say that Aaron Nolan is talented, but he's probably going to be the odd man out of this shuffle right here, especially with Julian Sand just coming in this offseason. So I think that's what happened with Joe Burrow. It was just wrong place, wrong time. And then, I do. But to your point, Rob, I do see what you mean by, he came to LSU with a stacked roster. They ran a table, had one of the best offensive seasons ever. And then the next season, we were expecting, coach to come close to that. Obviously, they lost a lot in that draft, all the players that lost. But, you look up and he got fired. So I do see your point, with that particular scenario.
I'll just be questioning because, like, when people try to just put Lincoln Riley just above people because he has a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, what has them Heisman trophies really translated?
That always happens with those like the Lane Kiffin guy. That always happens. They always gonna overinflate them type of guys. Always.
And they gave him a lot of money, so
every time.
Before I get to that question, why are USC players decommitting? The money ain't there. These players talk to each other. They know what's going on. They looking around. A lot of the kids that committed to USC was because of the money. And they got their bag, they got what they wanted, and now they out. That's what happens when you give these kids the money up front. It ain't signing day. They ain't signed. So you can get the money for them to commit to come on these visits. They can still decommit and go somewhere else. Most of the time, a lot of these kids, they commit early. Whoever they commit to really ain't their school that they want to go to. They just taking the money because it's there. And the school they really want to go to is going to pay for them to decommit and commit to their school. So that's just the nature of how college football is right now. When it comes to committing, decommitting early, it's good to have commitments early, but it's also could be a pain in the butt to have them early. So ask LSU. You take the number one wide receiver, number one running back, and number one quarterback. You already lost your number one wide receiver already. So those are things that you gotta look at and see that things that's going on behind the scenes in college football. These players talk to each other. They're at these camps, Under Armour camps, rival camps, 247 camps. They're at all these camps. They talk to each other. They know what's going on behind the scenes. They know what schools offering what, how much kids are getting paid for to come on each visit. So these kids ain't stupid by no means. And a lot of these schools are paying kids to not to take visits to other schools or to commit to their schools. So, hey, that's just what it is. But anybody want to comment on it, they can.
I mean, what it comes down to is, I mean, like you say, the money runs it. Again, the high school kids just had a mass meeting this week. Everybody was at Rivals. Everybody was here. So them kids been together for the last 3-4 days. So you don't think these kids sitting around talking about what they done got, what you didn't get? I'm going here. They saying we can do this. And another thing is these guys want to play. Nobody wants to wait and sit around and learn and develop. They feel like they can come in out of high school and play. And certain schools are telling them they can. So I'm going to go where the school can tell me I got a chance to play. And then, like you say, the money that's being tossed around. But USC is probably losing kids because, again, it's talking going on. Where there's smoke, there's fire, guys. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So that's why I say I don't think USC is really in the running anymore for Juju. I think it's between Colorado and Auburn. If he does end up going to USC, more power to him.
USC invested a lot of money into Barry Alexander. A lot of people don't want to be understanding that. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Oh, I was just responding to the question regarding Aaron Nolan because I think somebody asked about Aaron Nolan.
Yeah. I was watching
they target him.
Right.
So, like I said, Aaron Nolan, and somebody answered it in the chat. Tavion St. Clair is a quarterback, the 5-star that committed to Ohio State. He's class of 25. I think I said 26 earlier. So, yeah, obviously there's going to be a log jam at quarterback, and it looks like as of right now that Aaron Nolan is going to be the odd man out. So, I if I was, CU or any other top school, because he's a top talent. He definitely has an arm talent. They compare him. His comp is Mike Penix because he's a lefty. So I would definitely encourage CU if they're not already, pursuing them, under the table to go that route if, Juju doesn't work out. Because, he does have potential to be a great quarterback. And it looks like, like I said, he's going to be the odd man out with Tavion St. Clair, the 5-star class of 25 quarterback they have coming in next year. And you already got Julian Sand on the roster.
But Lawrence, now that's what I'm saying. So with the changing of the offensive coordinators, Aaron Nolan went from maybe being the guy to being the odd man out.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that was solely due to the offensive coordinator change. I don't think that was solely due to Chip Kelly coming along. I think that was more so the addition of Julian Sand.
Okay.
Julian Sand is who they want to take the reins going forward. Honestly, if he could take the job this year from Will Howard and he's ready, they're going to roll Julian Sand out there. But I think that was more so even than Aaron Nolan. That is what did it for Aaron Nolan sort of being the odd man out when Julian Sand committed and came over from Alabama.
I got you. With y'all boys up here, I know we've been talking lately, but tell us how y'all feel about what y'all been seeing offensive line, defensive line wise, what you like, maybe what you don't like. Just give us y'all thoughts on what you see and what you like and what you don't like, fellas. SCU.
Bro, I can't even judge it, to be honest. I hope our defensive line. I really was focusing on that. Our defensive line, our linebackers do something, but I can't really judge it for real. I like the the Khalil Benson kid. I like his attitude, but I still can't judge how he do on the field. I like his attitude though, try to be a leader with his teammates though.
Speaking of Khalil Benson, if y'all didn't see Khalil Benson and Mama Benson pull up to B Watts channel, they were on last night. So man, make sure y'all go check that out. Khalil Benson and his mom on B Watts yesterday. So y'all, hey, salute to Mama Benson, salute to Khalil. Y'all know we chopped it up with y'all. So hey, always good to see y'all on somebody else's platform, and talking that talk, man. We love y'all.
Go ahead, Lord.
That's what's up. I was just gonna say, so I will say I'll speak from what I saw in a recent interview that Brandon Davis Swain did. He threw a football camp. I want to say it was last weekend, maybe the weekend prior to that, and they interviewed him locally and gave his thoughts on him committing to CU and his thoughts about enrolling early and everything, and he had nothing but positive things to say, and I that's this encouraging to hear, outside of what we see from the well-off videos and things like that. But he, saying the praises of CU, he's liking the environment. He's definitely confident in this decision. I think he, again, has something to do with the Bo Jackson possibly getting an offer and being on the radar down the line, whether, he's being recruited as a starter or just a backup, just at the quarterback depth as well. And I do think the recent offensive lineman that committed is going to be playing at West Bloomfield High School here in Michigan this season. I don't think he's from Michigan, but I think he transferred.
No, he's not from. Yeah, he's not from Michigan. He's transferred.
Yeah, but that's good news as well. But as far as the players and what they've acquired so far and working out, I just hope that and it does look promising so far that we get some players that pop more than what we expect them or more than what they were at their previous stops. And I'm looking for that on both sides of the ball. So, I want a stout at very worst case scenario. I want a very average at worst case scenario offensive line. I would love to have a stout offensive line. And then same thing on the other side of the ball. I want I want a stout defensive line that's gonna, and some linebackers that are gonna, cause negative impact plays. And that's, we were missing that last year. So yeah, everything I don't really have much to say about what I've seen so far, because they're, for the most part going against each other and just in t-shirt and shorts. I'm ready. I am anticipating, what we're gonna see on the field, and hopefully, optimistically hoping that we get some players that get better production than what they're rated as on both sides of the ball. 4 to 5 players pop on each side of the ball.
Well, we're about a month away. We're about a month away from official practice starting, so we're gonna get to see them in pads in about a month, in a couple days. So y'all, we getting closer to GOAT time. Jay Brown, what's going on?
What's happening, fellas?
Nothing much, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, man, just chilling, man. Just showing love for Brooklyn, New York, man. Just
how you feel? What you seen so far?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I'm just waiting for the season to start, man. Pads come on, and just waiting for guys to start cracking, man. Waiting for that North Dakota State game, man. I can't wait till that's here, and I'm waiting for Shadur to sit out the fourth quarter. That's all I don't want to see Shadur in the fourth quarter, bro.
Hey, how you think our coaching gonna be this year, on field coaching during the game?
Oh man, shit. I think I like Warren Sapp as far as him giving motivation. I think that's gonna be a big time. I think that's a big time get for Colorado, man. I think with his energy on the sideline, I think that D line is gonna get a lot of pressure. And I think really, man, sacks are great, but the pressure, man, we gotta just give. At least, can we just give the quarterback some pressure?
Stop
the run too, yeah. But pressure, man, pressure. if we can just pressure the quarterback, that'll make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Last year, the quarterback just sit back there and just get on his cell phone and just wait for
I
somebody to
don't
get
think we're
open.
gonna have an issue with pressuring the quarterback this year. I don't think that's gonna be an issue at all. With the upgrade and the size, just the size alone, right? When you look at last year, we were just miniature on the defensive line. It was hard to get pressure up the middle because we were so miniature. You know, when you look at the guards that we're going up against, the centers that we're going up against, compared to our defensive tackles, we just didn't have the people in the middle. Now, I will say, you know, McNeil got better as the season went on. That's one of the guys that, you know, I'm looking to have a breakout season this year on this defensive line. But overall size, you know, speed, talent wise, we got tremendously a lot better on the defensive line. Now it's about putting it all together. Now, as far as this question on the screen, I don't understand what you need to see. Khalil has a ton of tape. You can see his talent. The thing about it is, it's just not about Khalil in the situation. It's about the entire offensive line, them gelling together. You know, putting everything together, and that's why I think a lot of people make the mistake is when you see them in shorts and shirts. Yeah, everybody's supposed to look good. Now we put them pads on. Now what do we see, right? So there's still a fill out process of, you know, who's actually gonna be on the line, who's gonna be them five guys to say, hey, this what we rolling out game one, you know, and how we look. No doubt, you know, we should take care of business against North Dakota State, but it's gonna be, you know, everything is still new. It's not like we got 5 returning starters and we're going off of that. This still got a line that we got to we're putting together, and who else those 5 guys is gonna be out there day one. It's still a sight to see.
Hey, how good is Tyler Brown?
Tyler Brown's good, man. What people don't realize, if Tyler Brown played last season, this line would look a lot better, right? Because he would have filled in one of those guard positions where we lacked at. And so once again, because he's had a year of football off, he still got to get back into the football routine of things. And so what you see in shorts and shirts, you know, of him just, you know, holding his own. Now, when them pads come on, we want to see the same consistency or even better. Because one thing about this whole situation that a lot of people don't understand is there's not a lot of technique being shown in these well-off clips and reach the people clips of schemes, schematics of things that they're going to do on this defensive line, stunts that they're going to do. You're just seeing straight up one-on-one. Now when we get the pads on, now there's a whole nother level of things that's going to be unlocked. And so when we say when I keep saying, or when Coach Drake keeps saying, we got to see it on film, we got to see what's ready, because you don't know what they're going to do with this defensive line once pads come on and they can really get after it at practice.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just gotta see. I just gotta see them under them lights. See who gonna be disciplined under pressure. See who gonna be calm, and see who can handle them lights. Because last year when them lights got bright, we start messing up like little things like what you call it, 15-yard penalty. What you call it?
But here's the real question to all this, right? You should not know who your offensive line, it is no disrespect, but you shouldn't know who your offensive lineman's name, right? The starting five, you shouldn't even know who their names are, because they should be dominating so much that all you can think about is the wide receivers and the running backs, the holes that they're running in, the wide receivers catching the ball, and the quarterback, right? The only way people know who the offensive linemen's on the field is penalties, or they keep giving up sacks.
Right.
For the most part, if you ask just a casual fan, just pick a school or pick an NFL team, most of them couldn't tell you who the offensive linemen are, but they could tell you the skill guys, the running back, and the quarterback. That's when you know you got a good offensive lineman, because most people do not know who their offensive linemen are. They just know the skill players, the quarterback, and the running back. But far as Colorado goes, a lot of people do know who the offensive linemen are because they get to see it every single day. on well off and reach the people, and they take it for granted. But if you ask a casual fan, they truly do not know.
True.
And the offensive line's it got a big spotlight on it too this year.
Yeah, man. I mean,
but even with it having a big spotlight, you still shouldn't know their names. You get what I'm saying? So for people that just pick out a Khalil Benson or a Jordan Seaton or Tyler Brown, most people wouldn't know that if they didn't have reached the people well off. They'd be like, dang, who is that guy when they see him on film, right? You're only going to, like, it's like special teams, right? You can't name a special teams player unless they make a mistake.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's the only way you're going to know him.
Yeah,
Other than that,
gonna be a
you
big
can care less.
Yeah.
That's true. Man,
Hey, we got a couple more questions and we finna get up out this thing. So if you got any questions that you want to ask for up here, man, y'all go ahead and ask it before we get up out of here. Go ahead, Jay, man. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, that whole left side, man. I just had it was so scary last year, but that whole left side of Shadur, man. Oh man. Those the big 16 guy, what was his name? I forget his name. Maybe I shouldn't even say it. But then the guard next to him, those two, oh my God. Honestly, man, if we just get a little better on that side, which we are, I'm sure, I think we'll be fine, man.
How y'all feel about Omarion this year? Omarion Miller.
You said how I feel about Omarion Miller?
You think he's gonna get in the rotation?
He's gonna be in the rotation. This is just me. You know what I'm saying? I be talking about anything like that. This offense is gonna be what you seen the last year at Jackson State. They're gonna rotate the wide receivers. They're gonna go 8 deep. Coach Phillips was on that, was at Jackson State with Coach Prime, coaching wide receivers. So it's gonna be similar to he's gonna rotate the wide receivers in and out. They're gonna line up all across the field. Certain wide receivers gonna have packages. Like Travis, when he come in the game, he's gonna have certain packages that they go to when he's in the game. When Amari Miller's in the game, they're gonna have certain packages. Just as well as LeJounte, Jimmy, Will, everybody's gonna have a package of something. So it's gonna be a sight to see. But I expect Amari Miller to, be in a rotation, have an impact. Where I expect him to grow the most is in his route running. I think he can grow his route running and understand the concepts of defenses and what they're doing to him. He's going to go to another level. Because I think that's the part that he missed last year, right? The more option routes they ran last year and understanding defense as a true freshman, you know what I'm saying? You have your pros and cons, but another year in college football, you start to understand what defense is going to do to you, how to get open, where you can make your plays at and where you can take off. So those type of things, hey, I think he's gonna be in good shape, man. So, anybody else can comment on it.
I would say, man, with the weapons we have, it's no excuse, man. With the weapons we have, there's no excuse, man. Our offense shouldn't be high powered, man. And honestly, there's two guys that I love and I want to see them. I know they're true freshmen, but Draylon and Cam, man. They gotta get in there. Hopefully we can be in some games where we're up a lot and they can throw them in there, man, just to get their feet wet. Because those two guys are super talented, man. I saw them in high school, man. Both of those guys. I mean, Cam played quarterback this last year, but I mean that dude, him and Draylon, man, those dudes are super talented, man. And we gotta find a way to get them the ball in some capacity. Punt returns, kick returns, whatever it is, because they both do that also. You see it.
I don't think a huge concern about CU is going to be the coaching. I think a lot of the areas that you guys think there's going to be an issue has been fixed. Time is gonna tell, right? All these issues that y'all think and the problems that y'all think that CU's going to have is fixed. But it's gonna take till game day, right? Till you actually see it physically for you to understand this is what it is. You know, it's hard. You know, it's easy to say, "Hey, I believe this, and this," but you got to see it you got to see it for yourself. So, once you see it for yourself, you know everything else is gonna change around. Tina Cole, what's the word?
Oh shit, I'm mute. Hey y'all,
What's happening?
what's going on?
Where you been at?
What's up? What's up?
Oh,
What's up?
working.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah. Well, what's
Tina
going
Cole
Yeah,
been
on?
on the WNBA
yeah. I was. You
WNBA
know, we
fix.
finna go. Yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, I was watching that a little bit
That's what Tina Cole been educating on WNBA.
How
yeah,
you feeling about that?
because people don't be knowing what they be talking about.
Hey,
Um, the season been cool so far. The teams that I expected to be doing good, um, they're either doing good or they're trying to get themselves back, like being good, like the Aces. But they had a little bit of an issue with their
they just
missing a
wasn't
point
healthy.
guard. But they've been looking like themselves in the last couple games. So
They just getting back healthy. You know what I'm saying? They know what time it is. They know what they got to do.
yeah.
How you feeling so far? Actually, matter of fact, let me scale this back. Now you know I gotta ask you how you feel about
Uh,
your New York Knicks. They've been making some moves. How you feel about them?
they made some good moves. I'm cool with it. I just don't like Villanova players. If we looking like the Villanova Knicks, but
Oh,
I rock with it. They're cool. I'm
you
gonna be
from
rooting for them, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for them.
you from New York or you just like the Knicks?
Nah, I'm from Jersey.
Oh, you from Jersey? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I grew up a Knicks fan,
Oh,
but I'm a
word.
UConn fan, so I don't fuck with Villanova.
I love them both, man.
But
You
nah,
know
they
when they
look good. They look good. I'm glad we was able to keep OG. Um, but they should be able to. Injuries aside, because that's really what fucked them
Yeah,
this
definitely.
past season. Injuries. I think they should be able to go deep again. Um,
when they made them moves, one of the first people I thought about was you, and I was looking for you.
really?
Yeah, I was looking for you. You know, New York did so. I was looking for you, but I couldn't
Yeah,
find
I
you
was
over there.
I was a little hype. I was a little hype, but everybody's like they tampering, they tampering.
They
I'm like they're not tampering.
Yeah, they
Nah,
get
but no,
they.
it's a good thing, man. To see the NBA moving in a different realm, to see New York basketball back.
Right.
It boosts the NBA up when they're relevant. So I
Yeah, they
like it.
just gotta get over that hump, you know. Like I said, injuries literally fucked them up this year, especially in
Yeah.
the playoffs. Cause like OG went down, and it was
I,
close
I think they
after
would
that.
gave I think they would gave Boston definitely a run for their money if OG never got hurt. I
Boston,
don't think Randall helped them in that series, but OG would have helped them because of the
yeah,
way they
OG for
play.
sure. And then Brunson ended up hurting his hand. It
Yeah.
was just a hot mess. But Boston got to put a asterisk next to that title because everybody was
Why?
injured in the East.
They just I listen. That honestly, like for me, if Boston didn't win the title, it would have been more about Boston than it would have been about Dallas winning the title.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
if
Because
Boston,
they laid the foundation for Boston just to win it easy, right?
to be
Because
honest,
all the
Boston
teams in
had
the
to win.
West that could have took them out was gone.
Yeah, and plus Boston, they had to win. If they didn't win, they would have had to blow that team up.
Blow it up.
Yeah,
Yep.
They would have had to
That's
blow it
going.
up. So they had to win. Um,
You got to give Boston their
yeah,
credit, though, man. You got to give them their credit, man.
yeah. They did
You only can beat who in
Yo,
front of you. You
yo,
only
both
can beat
did
who
man.
in
good.
front of you. So yep.
Jalen
Yeah,
Brown did his thing. There you go. I ain't gonna lie.
definitely.
I don't think Jalen Brown should have been Finals MVP, but
Me
you
either,
know,
because what he averaged,
Man.
like what, 19 or 20 points or something.
yeah.
Like that's like the lowest total I've ever seen
But he had a
in a
couple
Finals
big games.
MVP.
I think he had a couple big games, and I think those the games he had, I think they kind of looked at it, those games as opposed to every game. You know what I'm saying? Points wise, Tatum definitely should have got it. But as far as
Tatum led him in every category. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And I might be biased because he from St. Louis, I'm from St. Louis. But
no,
it is what it is, man. He led him in every category.
I think you biased, bro.
Huh?
I think you biased. St. Louis biased.
But if you lead in every category, shouldn't you win it?
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think every game, Kate Tatum was steady. But I'm talking about it was like 2 games, Jaylen Brown did his thing. And if it wasn't for Jaylen Brown, no matter how many points Tatum was scoring, you know what I mean?
And he was very good defensively as well, too. So
that's what I'm saying. He stepped up big.
As much as people hate on St. Louis, man, we had 2 players lead 2 franchise championships at the same time. So hey, we good. We got Jason Tatum for Boston Celtics. We got Matthew. He played for the NHL.
Matt Kachuk for Philadelphia.
He played for Florida. Yeah.
Florida
he left him to the
Philadelphia. Florida.
Shout out to the Lou, man.
Yeah, man. We got players, man. We got everything you need up in the Lou.
Now you know you're wrong for that, Rob. Repping a hockey player.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, we gotta get.
But he did go to high school with Jason Tatum. He did go to high school with Jason Tatum, so you get that one.
They went to all boys private school here in St. Louis. It's called Chaminade High School. So
yeah.
It's the same school. It's the same school Bradley Beal went to and David Lee went to. So
Chaminade was big time.
I mean, what's the last popular thing that happened in St. Louis?
What's the what?
The last popping thing that happened in St. Louis.
Tatum
winning?
Come on, man.
Nelly dropping country grammar?
No, that's what I was going to say. Nelly is the biggest thing that ever happened in St. Louis.
No. Y'all listen to Sexy Red every day. What you mean?
Trash.
I don't. Hey, listen. But listen to this. I'm not a Sexy Red fan, but she is from St. Louis.
Listen, when you comparing musical artists, I would not think Sexy Red for St. Louis. I get it. She's popping. But Nelly has a diamond album.
He does.
So I can't compare.
I want you to come ask anybody from St. Louis about Nelly in St. Louis. They don't even think about Nelly in St. Louis.
No.
That's terrible then. That's sad.
But you gotta realize
Nelly in St. Louis.
Nelly, he's not because Nelly don't do nothing for St. Louis.
Oh damn.
Oh, okay.
What he supposed to be doing?
you get it, like that's the
Miss Robbie. Y'all got Miss Robbie.
Like when you talk about the traditional St. Louis and things like that, and like we got so many, like majority of the music that y'all hear, like the beats and stuff, is from old St. Louis songs right now. Like it's a bunch of songs that Gorilla got out right now were beat from old St. Louis hits that she remixed and made it to a hit right now.
Yeah.
Like I could play song for song. Every song that she got was made in St. Louis because her producer that's making her music was a big time producer in St. Louis who was making all the beats for all the top artists in St. Louis. So all this stuff that y'all hear, a lot of stuff tunes back to St. Louis.
You're right, because that Shabuzi song, Dev just posted it in the chat. Jaquan, that Shabuzi country song. That was Jaquan. And he in the number 3 on Billboard right now?
So I mean, it's just when you ask about what St. Louis do, man, we do a lot.
Yeah, I do. But don't let Sexy Red be the face.
Yeah, no. But see, here's the thing: we don't make it the face. Y'all make it the face. We don't make it the face.
That ain't my cup of tea.
No.
Y'all got good. I can't even tell you one Sexy Red song. That's after my time. I'm like,
I know that Get It Sexy song, but I can't.
I can't even repeat the word.
Tina Cole, don't lie. In the house, you get it sexy in the house.
Absolutely not.
Nah. Okay, all right. When the door's closed, nobody watching you.
Yeah, I can't deal with it.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Knicks doing good. They're doing their thing. I don't like their draft pick, Tyler Kolek. He can't read. That's another story.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The Knicks are cool. They should be good next season.
I saw that article somewhere, Tina Cole, about I saw that.
What, that he can't read?
Yeah, he had like the lowest Wonderlick ever or something like that.
Yeah, he a good point guard, but that nigga can't read for
Where
shit.
you from?
I did
He
see
went to
that.
Marquette.
But all right, so
Overall, I think the draft was not a good collection of players overall.
Nah, the draft was
Actually, I
like,
think we gonna look back and see that it was one of the worst drafts ever.
yeah.
Just by talent, like, you know what I'm saying, like 5 years from now, I don't see any all-stars or all NBA players from this draft.
UConn was able to get 4 players in the draft, but it's a bad class. Like they took like 3 players from France first.
Yeah.
And then they only added like 4 points, 9 points. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how's your first round pick averaging 9 points a game?
I swear, Tina Cole, I said the same thing as I was watching the first pick. It was like 9 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and like the 5th pick of the draft.
Yeah. Like, how bad?
So it was. I think it was just a bad collection of players overall. I mean, we had
the game.
Shout out to Colorado though; they had 3 players drafted in the same draft though. So.
Like the game is going down, it's not going up.
You know why?
I think this year was just kind of. I mean, you had those pockets in the past where
it's been like this.
It's because of that fucking AAU and that fucking mixed kids. No disrespect to anybody.
Bro, y'all gotta stop blaming AAU.
But they ain't got no babies from the tree no more that want it. It's all these fucking mixed kids.
Hey, what about all these, what the NBA is starting to become, right? We're not doing a disservice. We're not doing a disservice to the kids that's in America when it comes to the big man versus European big man. Like the Europes are running the bigs right now, and we're running the guards. That's just the bottom line how this is going. So the problem is that the NBA gonna have to do something here in a second. They're gonna have to force the put a community to do something.
Yeah, NBA trying to look up on a Luka and a Jokic, and it's like y'all not gonna get lucky like that. Those type of players.
I think America, we still, as far as the core basketball, we still got some ballers. Now there's a few foreigners, some Frenchmen, Yugoslavia or whatever, but for the most part, we got some ballers, man.
You know what it is? Their IQ is better
train?
And their fundamentals are better.
Yeah, somebody in the train.
Like, it's not like that.
Yeah, somebody in the train. But when you look at the way the landscape of the NBA is, it just comes down to development. These kids, what it's showing you is you got to start developing your kids at a young age, because overseas, these kids picking up a basketball at 3, 4, 5 years old versus in America, they want to pick up a basketball at 14, 15, 16 and think they're supposed to make it to the NBA. That's what the real problem is. You got to put the work in and grind in it. It just ain't going to come. But then some of these players are getting like they too good and they stop working on the small things, and it's hurting them when they get to college and they struggling in college. But the college game ain't meant for everybody to play in. It's been a pattern where you see kids that struggle in college be hella players in the NBA. So it's so tough right now when it comes to developing and understanding, because everything about drafts is about potential. So
yeah, Kenobi said the problem is everybody want to play like a guard, even the big men.
Yeah,
they don't want to get down there and bang no more.
But you gotta realize though, it's because they send it overseas. So kids in America feel like, oh well, they doing it overseas. Why can't I do it? Everybody a point guard now. No, you're not, man.
Get your ass in that paint and post up.
But it just goes to show you though, with college though, if they're saying Tyler can't read, right? They say he can't read. What does that go to show? Was he in class?
No.
What was he doing in college? If he can't read, what was he doing in college?
I think that's like a running joke. I don't think he can't read. I just think it's like a running joke.
But reality, has anybody that might be something pre-jab, but after that pre-jab, who even thinks about the one that looks for?
Yeah.
Being honest,
Since we talk about the draft, we got to talk about the elephant in the room with the number 55 pick. We'll get everybody's thoughts on that. Got to talk about. I definitely want to hear Tina Cole's take on pick number 55. So
people are in their feelings about that.
So
who didn't know he was gonna go there? Like, who? You gotta be an idiot to not know he wasn't going there to that pick.
Listen, if they would have took 17, I understand all the uproar and all of that. But they waited and they took him at 55. Like, this draft class was so bad. Like, who else was there else to take? Like, they took him at 55.
Listen, I feel this. Reed Shepard, just pick that 3.
Right.
Reed
Shepard can ball.
Nah. Listen, I saw the tape. I watched the Kentucky, bro. He ain't number 3. He's not a number 3 pick, bro.
Now,
once I saw that, I said, "What? Reed Shepard at 3?" I said, "Oh yeah, it's over."
That's the kid from
Kentucky. So here's the thing though. Reed Shepard does the small things, the intangible things that don't show up in the box score. So that's why when you look at Reed Shepard's numbers, you're like, ain't no way he's one of 3.
That's
number
not
3.
third pick worthy.
You said what?
That's not third pick worthy.
Hell, oh no, not at all. That's what I'm saying.
Hell no.
Second round, early second round, like late first round, maybe.
He was the best shooter in the draft. How much do they value shooting in the NBA? It's a premium. He was the best shooter in college last year. I don't care how you want to slice it and dice. He was the best shooter, right?
0 defense though. 0.
He's all right, but how many people actually do play defense in the NBA? Let's be real.
At the 2 spot where he gonna be playing? Oh, he's not gonna play the 2. He's gonna be at the 1.
At the 1? He's gonna play the 1.
No, he can't play the 1, bro.
Look here's what I'm telling you.
Play the 1.
He right in the G League.
He's gonna play the 1. His defense was solid, but he shoots he's one of those people. He's gonna lead the league in steals. What? Because he's gonna gamble on steals. Reed Shepard almost led the NCAA in steals this year.
He did get steals.
But here's the thing.
What are you talking about? You must not have been watching Reed Shepard, dude. I'm telling you this.
Yeah, listen, we arguing over. We still talking about the 3rd pick though. Overall,
who do you take?
No, I'm saying this draft is weak because I obviously you take him, but I'm shouting to Bronnie over here.
To your point right there, Rob. I think the whole draft was a pick 'em.
From
number 1 to number 58, it was a pick 'em.
It was. You're right.
But here's my thing though. You're talking about Houston, the person that's making the pick. What else could they take? Yeah. They're loaded on the wings. Mm-hmm. They don't really got no depth behind Green and Fred. So you have to take that pick. They don't need another big. So make it make sense. Now for me personally, the person I probably would have took if I didn't take Reed Shepard, I would have took Rob Dillingham. Somebody that go get bucked.
I was literally took that right out. I was about to say, to me, the best pure hooper in the draft was Rod Dillingham.
He played on the same team, right? They played on the same team.
He's small, but just a pure basketball skill hooper. He
ain't passing the ball to nobody. So.
He just don't have the size.
Yes, he will.
But I've seen plenty of
will pass the ball.
He's quick. He's explosive. He can shoot it. Just pure hooping ability. Rob Dillingham is that.
He get drafted to the Spurs and then they traded him.
They traded him to Timberwolves.
He's gonna be going crazy. In
they said they traded him for Deuce Tatum. Basically.
Oh, he said, "Dude, hello."
Rob Dillingham finna be going crazy.
Because the pick is like for 2000.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was something. It was crazy.
2029 and 2031.
Tatum, son. Oh
yeah.
My God.
I don't even know how you can do that, but yeah, that they do crazy stuff like that. Basically, if you're doing that, you're giving away from nothing, unless you just, But,
yo, what happened to anybody heard anything about DJ Wagner?
He's at Arkansas.
He got an invite to the Cavs. That's the big guy from NC State, right?
No.
No, DJ Wagner. He went to Calipari to Arkansas.
Oh, did he? Oh, he stayed another year. Okay. All right. I thought he was coming out. He's supposed to be coming out this year.
No, he ain't come out. About Aaron Bradshaw didn't come out. Aaron Bradshaw went to Ohio State.
DeJuan Wagner's son.
The person.
You talking about the big fella, right?
Yeah.
The
Oh, you
big
talking about
lefty
yeah.
from
Okay.
His
NC
name's
State.
DJ too, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
DJ, what's it?
His is DJ Burns. I thought it wasn't
yeah,
Wagner.
yeah.
Burns.
I
Yeah,
know
Burns.
it's
Burns.
DJ. So.
Burns.
Yeah.
I think he can
his
make
game.
that team.
I like
He
his
has
game.
he has good talent.
He got to lose about 25 pounds.
But he's already lost weight
Yeah,
since,
but
since the tournament. Since the tournament, he's lost weight.
You got to lose about 20, 25 pounds to really.
But my problem with Cleveland is they backcourt too small. They need a big wing at the small forward, or they gotta do something with their backcourt. Like, I just don't like their backcourt. It's just too miniature.
If they just let my man's cook, then they'll be all right. They got
a
horse. They got a horse sitting right there on the bench.
Hey, listen, Cleveland just don't know talent because Amani Bates should have been playing. I don't know what
They got a horse sitting right there on the bench. I've seen him play since he was 13. They got one sitting right on the bench. They just got to cook.
But
I
you
like
know what's
Amani
crazy,
Bates,
Lawrence?
man. But
you know what's crazy, Lawrence, is that when they did let him play, he was balling.
Yes.
And then they put him back on the bench.
You know the thing about Imani, I've checking him since maybe like 10th grade and mixtapes. He can get too overconfident.
Yeah.
He taking shots, and he taking shots that sometimes you can't be taking the shots at certain times in the game.
But he hit. He been that way though. I mean, that's something that ain't gonna change. I've watched him play since he was like 12.
Right.
But he makes those shots. He's a tough shot maker. So.
Hey Jay, here's what I'll tell you. From a coaching standpoint, I would rather have that than rather have a kid not shooting the ball at all. I'd rather you be overconfident and me have to take you out and calm you down versus me have to rile you up to take shots. Because that's like my number one rule when it comes to like coaching basketball is if I got to tell you to shoot something and you wide open, you coming out. It ain't nothing to talk about. You don't need to be in the game. We're playing 3-on-5, 4-on-5. Like you got to take open shots. So I would rather have him shoot those balls, him go 0 for 10, than for somebody to not shoot those balls and be a turnover.
Got you.
So do y'all think Bronnie is gonna actually play?
Oh, 100%.
I think so.
Yeah. What?
I think so.
Bronnie, I mean,
so.
The worst thing he'll do is, I think as far as defensively, I think he'll be pretty good. Pretty deep. Now, shooting wise and score wise, you're not going to get 10 points out of it.
Because what LeBron gonna do when Kyrie get a switch on Bronny and fuck him up?
He's gonna switch back.
It's just the price that comes with it.
He gonna pull out that belt, go to the sideline, pull out that belt.
He gonna switch back. He gonna switch back. Yo, switch back. Nah.
Pull out
You
that
ain't
belt
gotta
on the
embarrass my
timeout.
boy.
Not on national TV, homie.
I don't know how much Bronny gonna play, but JJ Redick is going to sneak him in the game some way, somehow with LeBron.
I'm sorry. You mean LeBron's gonna sneak him in the game? Stop it. Stop it.
Honestly, though, but here's
football, bro.
I think JJ's gonna be better than a lot of people think he is. The problem with LA is they just need shooters. Because you got LeBron and AD, you need spacing to open.
Well, they just got a shooter from Tennessee, so
I like Connect. I like Connect.
My guy can play. I would have picked him number 3 over Reed Shepherd.
No,
I saw. I'm telling you, I saw
the reason why he went as late as he did, though, because he older. I think he's like
older. Yeah. I wouldn't.
Can someone explain that age thing to me? Because I know I'm not trying to sound like a homer, but Tristan Newton, there isn't 40 players better than him, and he went number 49. He's a fucking All-American. I don't understand it, and it's always the age issue.
Yeah, they use that.
You mean UConn Tristan Newton?
Yes. Like there's not 40 players better than him.
UConn Final Four nice. MVP Tristan Newton.
Yes, All-American Tristan Newton.
All-American Tristan Newton.
He's going to have a really good career, I think. That's what I believe. That guy's a baller, man.
So
the
last decade or so, it just seems that they prioritize the younger players.
Youth,
potential. So if they can't hit on their first 3 years, they can catch them 21, 20, 23, 24. Whereas if you draft a 23, 24-year-old player, if you don't hit in the first 2 years, it's like you throw them out. You throw them in the trash.
It's
Right.
crazy.
You have more time to waste, or more time to get them right, or mold them to what you want them to be as an 18, 19-year-olds. And that's not exactly science, but it's not correct. But it just seems like that's what these teams do. That's why you see the older players not going, seniors, 4-year players or grad players going to the top 3 in the lottery. Even they're going in late first round.
And you would think that would kind of be offset it because of how well the older teams do in the tournament.
Yeah.
How the older teams whoop these one and done's ass.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just find that to be so stupid.
It's been that way for years. It's been that way for years.
Yeah, it's been that way for a while. I just always find it to
the
be
older teams, the older veteran teams, they've been there before, so they're not going to show. When it's a tight game or if a team goes on a run, they know how to respond. That's
the
why
thing is, they just don't watch those games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't watch the games.
UConn has been a powerhouse, so I would want those players from the team that won 2 consecutive NCAA titles. I would want those players, but yeah.
Here's the easiest way to break. Here's the easiest way to break this down. All right, if you can take any player, right? If he's 19, he's in the draft. What can he do at 19 versus what this player can do at 24? If they got the same skill set between 19 and 24, you're going to take the 19-year-old.
Oh yeah, because you figure you're gonna get more out of them. Obviously, definitely.
Right. So that's the reason. That's really more of what it is, right? So say the 19-year-old he can't shoot, but the 24-year-old can. But the 19-year-old is a better ball handler, better defensive player, this, that, and the third. Well, I'm gonna take this person because I can teach shooting. I can't teach size and this, that, and the third, but I can teach this. I can put weight on him, on his frame. I can do certain things. So when they do it, it's more about what does this player have at 18 and 19 years old versus a player that's 23, 24, or maybe 21. What's the difference between the two? Because if they mirror similarly in skill talent, then I'm going to take the younger one because I can get more out of him because he's 2 or 3 years younger. That's really all it is.
It's a crap.
What up, Dale?
It's a crap.
Yo.
Hey there.
Nah, I agree with that. Anytime if you stay past 2 years, it's over with. I'm serious. If you stay in college basketball for more than 2 years, it's over. And I mean, it's really unfortunate, but I mean, it is. So I think the veteran NBA teams, they like those guys because you're more experienced. Like you said, you're not gonna get rattled. You might know how to win because you've been on a winning program, but you don't see a lot of those guys that stay. Be top players. Like you'll be a good, and that's, I think we look at it that way. Like we always think about the best of the best. So you can still have a good NBA career and stuff like that. But yeah,
here's what happens. You pick them in the second round, they end up producing more than your first round pick. That's what end up happening.
Mm-hmm.
Every time an older player slides, they slide into the second round, they end up being better than your first round pick.
Sometimes that's better. You get to go to a better program. I mean, excuse me, a better situation.
Well, here's the reason why they go to the second round, right? The first round is a guaranteed contract, right? The second round, I could put you on a 2-way contract. And not everything is up for guarantees. So if you fail, cool, I didn't really lose nothing. But if I hit on you, I get to control your contract to pay you less money than I would have paid you if you was a first round pick. So I get you at a cheaper price for more years, and once you hit, it's gonna be 3, 4, 5 years before you in the league before you get that real payday. Well, I didn't pick out especially if you go to like a player like Tibbs, he gonna run you into the ground before you even get to that first contract.
You sure will.
So you might not even have no tread on the tires.
Run you into the ground is crazy. Where is Tibbs at?
New York.
Okay.
Why you think nobody came out the road? Why you think everybody stayed on the court in New York? Every time you watch the game, ain't no bitch. Ain't no bitch. And you get a 30-second water break. Once you come out, you come right back in.
Not even. They pass you the water as you running down the court. You don't even get the break.
Why you think all them Villanova players trying to get to New York? Cause shit, we know we ain't coming out the game. Shit, who you taking out? Shit.
He gonna work your ass to death, to the bone.
Why they gonna end up training Randall? Watch what I tell you. They gonna end up training Randall.
Oh,
You don't
I
fit
would
the
love
coach.
for him to leave. I would love him to leave.
Yeah, he started thinking he was too much of a star.
He thinks he that. You not
Yeah.
that.
You know what's crazy though?
He shooting step back threes and stuff. Like, all right.
He is a sidekick at best.
This is one of the things I don't understand with the NBA, right? Is Tibbs do this with older players and the young teams act like they can't play an entire game. And they more fresh. They got more fresh legs. They're gonna only play 25 minutes and they out.
They don't want to play.
I would love for a coach that keep you in the game all the time. Don't never come out. Hey, give me him. I know I got a bad comment.
Nah, but sometimes you gotta get a little break.
Sometimes you do, but Tibbs never. But Tibbs has always been that way. I don't care what team he's coached. He's always been that way. Whether he was in Minnesota, whether he's for the Chicago Bulls, that's what got D Rose hurt because he never took.
Yeah, I'm about to say
He sacrificed his knees.
Just imagine if he ever would have took D Rose out the game in Chicago. Ever just give him a little 5-10 minute break. How much?
And weren't they up in that game? I think.
Yeah, they was up in the game. They was blowing them out. That was the crazy part about it.
Don't mention D Rose, man.
That was when they got hurt against Philadelphia. The series against Philadelphia.
Pain.
And then
what if
they had a Game 7 series against Boston?
Phoenix?
Boston in the East when they still had Derrick Rose, and Boston took them out.
Damn.
And the Bulls had a roster, man.
Yeah, the Bulls was stacked up. You know what? I'm still mad Melo decided not to go to the Bulls. If he really wanted to win, he would have went to Chicago.
Don't bring him up.
They'd have been super stacked.
I'm mad Melo didn't go to the Heat and they took Bosh.
Yeah, that would have been good too. But I mean, the Bulls had D Rose, they had Luol Deng, they had Joe Kim, you had Melo. I think Jimmy was there too, wasn't he? I think like a young Jimmy was there. Man,
I don't think that Melo would work with Tibbs though. That Melo was like, nah, dog, I ain't.
Kirk Heinrich, yeah, they would have been. Once he opted not to go there, I knew he didn't want to win.
Chill out.
I'm just saying. I knew right away.
He had to go join Stack up there. T. Nicole and Knicks.
Nah, man, that Bulls team
I like this Knicks squad. I like this Knicks squad. They was just always doing some dumb shit at the wrong time.
We had one good penis in 2012, and it's night.
Oh yeah. I forgot they did have Amari Stoudemire. Yeah.
If they could have,
that was a
controlled
terrible
J.R. Smith, they would have been good.
He was wilding.
If they could control J.R. Smith, they probably wouldn't have farther.
Bruh, when he got suspended in that game against Boston because he elbowed the shit out of Jason Terry.
Shooting in the gym like I'm
J.R.
Smith.
J.R. was too close to home, man. He's just too close.
J.R. used to be wilding out.
He's just too close to home, man. Hanging out.
Knicks did have some players on those teams though.
I give J.R. credit though.
Iman Shumpert.
Now that's
Shumpert got hurt too.
Shumpert got hurt. Yeah.
He lost all his explosiveness after he got hurt.
That's what got him traded to Cleveland.
He had the same injury as a man from Portland. What's my man name? Oh man, the shooting guard from Portland.
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy. Yeah, man.
I just don't think he took his. I don't think he took his rehab serious. He was too busy trying to make babies and stuff. So.
Nah, those babies came later.
That's another story. That was after his career, man. His knees was gone before that.
Yeah.
I honestly think like if he would have took it seriously though, like when he went to Cleveland, he could have shaped back and got another contract.
Mm-hmm. He kind of had his step back a little, but he was never gonna be the same.
No,
because he was a lockdown defender.
Yeah,
he was nasty.
He was super athletic. So once that's gone, like.
Cause man, him playing on the tips.
Nah, too, but a lot of them.
But all right, y'all, man, I'm about to get up out this thing. Hey, Tina Cole, stay on right quick. I'm about to get up out this thing, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, rocking with RobDaMan Media. Hey, tune in on Sunday. We will have RK from DNVR on with us on Sunday. So y'all pull up on us on Sunday. We're gonna have RK from DNVR on Sunday. Me, Coach Dre, B Watts, RK, and Jake might pull up. So man, y'all be ready to pull up on us. We're gonna be talking some Buff football on Sunday. See y'all in the next one.
That's what's up. What's up? Peace.